Hello friends, my name is Vijay and you are watching Go to Genius channel. In this video, we will learn about the CSS box model. So what is CSS box model? So friends, as we know, all browser consider all HTML elements as a rectangular box on web page. CSS box model typically describe how these rectangular boxes create a layout on a web page. These boxes can have different properties and can interact with each other in different ways. But every box has a content area and optional surrounding padding, border and margin area. Usually when you set the width and height of an element using the CSS width and height properties, but in reality you are only setting the width and height of the content area of the element. The actual width and height of the elements box depends on the several factors. So the following diagram demonstrates how the width, height, padding, border and margin CSS properties determines how much space an element can take on a web page. So friends, actual concept of the box model is to calculate the width and height of an element that is occupied by the element on the web page. So here we have a diagram. So when you set the width and height by using the CSS property, that means you are setting the width and height of the content area. So the actual width and height of the element increased when you use the padding, border and margin. So here we can see width and height, and when we give the padding around the element, then it increase the width and height of an element till the here. Again when we give the border for the element, then again the width and height increased by adding the border width. Same as when we give the margin from any side, then this margin also increase the width and height of the element, which width and height will be occupied by this element on the web page. So here is a simple formula to calculate the actual width and height of an element. So the total width is equal to width we have given in the CSS, then plus padding left, padding right and border left and border right, same as plus margin left and margin right. These all factor increase the width of an element, same as the total height is equal to, which we give in the CSS, padding top, padding bottom, means padding top and padding bottom, and border bottom and border top, same as plus margin top and margin bottom. So friend, this is the formula. By using this formula we can calculate actual width and height of an element which will be occupied by the element on the web page. So this concept is called box model. So I hope you have understood the concept of box model, what it is and how we can calculate the width and height of an element. So let's see by an example. Here I have a div. This div has 200 pixel width and 200 pixel height. This is our content area and we have set this width and height by using CSS. This element has 30 pixel padding from each side and 10 pixel border and 20 pixel margin from each direction. So now we will calculate the actual width for this element, how much space this element will take on the web page. Now here we have a formula to calculate the width 200 pixel, which we have given here. Padding left and padding right. Padding left we have 30 pixel and same 30 pixel from the right side. So we have added here 30 pixel from left, 30 pixel from right, and then border left plus border right. Border we have 10 pixel from each side. So border left 10 pixel, border right 10 pixel, and then we have margin left plus margin right. Margin left and right both are 20 pixel. So now add 20 pixel from left and right, then the total comes 320 pixel here. So friends, this is our total width, 320 pixel. This width will be occupied by this element on the web page, same as we can calculate the height. So friends, this is our formula. By using this we can calculate the actual width and height for an element which will be occupied by the element on the web page. So I hope you have understood about the concept of the box model. In the next video we will see how we can prevent these factors to increase the width and height of an element by using the CSS property box sizing. So see you in next video.